Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin. The Irish Spaghetti Podcast. Like and subscribe. Please enjoy the show.
Born for greatness, but separated by birth, they have found each other once more. They will hunt, tracking game like a Cherokee Indian. No girls allowed. A complete rebuke of the feminine man paradigm. With great penis comes great responsibility. Look out, world. Real men are back. Total badasses. There will be guns. There will be violence. Step aside, John Wick. On December 7th, get ready for Irish Spaghetti. Eat shit and die.
Yes. Oh wait, I'm screaming.
I'm gonna rip your head off and shit down your neck.
Am I fucking this up?
No. I can cut anything, dude. This is all gonna be gold.
You could cancel me out in the background anyway, right? Okay.
This is fucking hilarious, man. Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. We're your hosts, Billy G, Nikki P. Nick, how are ya?
Very, very well. Excited to be back for episode number 30.
30.
Milestone.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
hold on. Are we doing that?
Rocky.
Okay, you do Rocky, right? Hold on, I got one now. It's a...
No. Jurassic Park.
Wait, hold on. Is that the same thing, though? Like you said, is that just slowed down and sped up? No, never mind. Okay. That's like when it's exciting.
I don't know if they do that or not. All right, so we were talking the other day. Apparently, I haven't watched the Rockies in a long time, even though it's one of my favorite franchises, but my girl had never seen it. So we put on Rocky 1 and Rocky 2, and we noticed that they use the same theme music throughout the entire movie, but they just they slow it down and speed it up. So when it's happy, he's like dun 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 dun. He's training and shit like that. And then when it's sad, when Adrian's being a cunt, it's like
you know, it's so funny. Everything was like, you know, like back then you had Hans Zimmer working some 30-piece orchestra. You know what I mean? So they were probably like, Rocky's sad, and he's like, you know what I mean?
Like, couldn't come up with something new.
Exactly.
God forbid.
Rocky's happy. He's training again.
He's just faster.
He's just some old man with one riff.
I don't know if they did that for Jurassic Park, though. I'll have to go back and check.
That is actually Hans Zimmer as the Jurassic Park. Hans Zimmer's cool.
Hans Zimmer rules. Dude, yeah. He did Last Samurai, too.
You know what my favorite one was Inception, that song in Inception.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
I'm not sure. I think it was him that also did the soundtrack for Shutter Island, which is one of my favorite soundtracks.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it was.
Yeah. And then
don't quote me on that.
It's funny because if it's good, like, you know, Danny Elfman and Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm not name dropping here, okay? I know there's like the two biggest, you know, orchestras in the fucking world, but you know what else is really good? Have you ever seen 12 Years Slave?
No.
Oh wow, you gotta watch that.
No, never
he had a real good gist in there, and it made the movie, bro. Like hearing that music, it like emotions were like.
Should I watch that?
Yeah, oh man, it was so good.
Billy, my friend over here, for the first time ever, watched The Bourne Identity.
Boom. And you know
Yes.
what? I told him I was going to watch it and I wasted no time. Remember I sent you a
was so
picture?
proud of you.
I went home. I turned that shit on immediately. I was like, I'm not letting him down on this one. I'm not doing it.
I knew you would actually watch that one.
Yeah, because you know what? That's like, you know, that's definitely down the stuff I like. You know what I
Fucking
mean?
great movie.
Yeah.
What a movie.
He is so cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you got to give it to Matt Damon for that. That was so good, man.
And it was back before they did the shaky cam shit all the time, so you could actually see all the choreography and like all the cuts were clean. It was like wide shots. Just a very, and also the writing was fantastic. That movie's better than I remembered.
You know what my favorite part in the whole movie is? When he's flying on a jetpack by the plane and he goes, "Do you like apples?" And the pilot's looking at him and he goes, "Yeah." And he throws up the thing and he goes, "I got the nuclear codes. How about them apples?"
Just stupid Goodwill Hunting. Great movie, but a terrible scene. How about those apples?
Wouldn't that be hilarious? If that's in every movie, that's just like kind of some staple in every movie that he does.
That Louis C.K. bit where he shits on that scene is just gold.
Yes, man.
He's like,
I
the
remember
entire
you saw
thing
that
is like
so good.
Yeah, the entire scene is relying upon the other guy being like, "Yeah, I like apples."
Dude, and nobody would have
He's
said
like,
that.
from a clear protagonist or
Yeah.
antagonist, whatever.
Somebody would have went, "Do you like apples?" And the other guy went, "Fuck you, get out of here." You know what I mean?
Louis goes, do you like pears? He just keeps trying anyways.
Oh, dude, that was so good, man. Louis, what a mind.
Yeah.
What a mind.
Yeah, one of the
man.
greatest of all time. I love that guy.
His latest special after like everything, after him masturbating in a house plant and everything else that he did. By the way, which isn't that bad.
He's fine.
You know,
He asked permission.
He asked permission.
He asked permission.
Dude, if you think that's the freakiest shit that girl's ever done in her life, you're out of your mind. That's what bothers me about this. They think that, you know, he like grabbed this girl from Catholic school and was like, "Come here, I got to show you something."
And forced him.
Yeah, he comes over this little fake, like what are those? What they start with a P? What is those called? The fake plants? They start with a P.
I don't know.
Poinsettias.
Poinsettias.
He walks over to some poinsettia and he's like, you know what makes these grow real quick? He just starts just blood
He's just
jerking
like,
off.
just fast, super fast. Oh my God. It hurts him. He's like, just screaming. The first layer of skin comes off.
Just Indian burned his own dick to make
crying.
his
He's
point.
Indian burns. He's twisting it. Oh, so what do we have on the docket today?
Dude, we got some good stuff on the docket, man. Actually, you know what? All right, so the first story I kind of got like, for the first time, usually I just throw them out to you because this is the way we're just going back and forth. I got like a rhythm. First story tonight is going to be with Barstool Sports. And I used to love that dude, man. He's
Portnoy?
like, yeah, Portnoy was great. El Presidente, man. I don't know where it took a turn, but usually like, and this sucks that like Trump kind of woke so many people up to like, you know, their true colors and stuff like that. I love Portnoy, and then he started acting like kind of like a bitch.
He is though. I like Portnoy too, but he's very immature and childish.
Yeah, and he gets into it with
Unlike us.
Alex Stein. Yeah, we're not childish. Yeah, no, he gets into it with everybody. He's always got to stick his dumb mouth in it.
He's confrontational.
And I always feel like he's off. Like I always feel it's like way off on it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
He's not the smartest guy.
No.
Like, he's successful through like sheer tyranny of will.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he's just a very willful guy, if you will. He's charismatic and he's interesting, and I like the guy, but he's not like a brilliant mind.
I feel like he's so relatable to the guys when it just comes to like watching sports, buying beer, you know, having stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then when he tries to delve into other things with like Dana White and Alex Stein and stuff like that, he just always seems like he's just not hitting the mark.
If he just
you know?
stays in his lane, he's good.
Yeah. And okay, so here we go. Like and listen, man, I don't even want to say this, the whole like get what go broke. And I like listen, do you know how we hate those?
Yeah.
You know how we hate those things that are just thrown around way too much.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah. Of course it is. But, of course it is, right?
The world is round, not flat.
But
it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
But it's one of those things. It's like so Dave Mintz, one of the hosts for his show, they were doing some skit. They got on. They were singing the first of the month, which has been done a million times before. And he got on there and he dropped the M-bomb. I don't know if you know this. Bone Thugs and Harmony has the M-bomb in their songs once or twice.
Never read the lyrics.
No, yeah. Read the pamphlet in the back, and you'll
when they used to give you those.
Yeah,
that was so
man,
nice.
That
though.
was so nice. The book was like this thick with
Yeah,
that, too,
man.
you know, because there's so many lyrics and stuff like that. And the dude dropped the M-bomb. They shit canned him, I think, the following day, which is ridiculous.
It's so reactionary.
Yes.
It's just a knee-jerk reaction.
You're so worried about them
the
showing up to your
blowback.
door and them calling you racist that you're just like, out, get out. You know what I mean?
It's ridiculous.
You know what? Honestly, if he would have took a breather and said and went on social media and said, "Hey, guy made a mistake, apologize," I feel like there's no like way to combat that.
But wasn't he? You were telling me he was just reading the lyrics.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't
It was
like
off some list. He had the lyrics in front of him. Nobody's gonna rap Busy Bones part without seeing the shit in front of him.
he wasn't saying it from his heart.
No.
He was reading the words, and then that word came across, and you don't have time to stop or process. So he just said, I'm sure the second it came out of his mouth, he was like, shit.
He did. He went white as it goes. By the way, context matters. If I tell you a story of some white supremacist and I tell you what the guy said to the guy, why he got kicked in his teeth, and I say it, does that I'm a white supremacist
That's
now?
stupid,
That's the
man.
silliest thing
so
on the planet.
obviously dumb.
Everything's so backwards, but people are so immature now. And by the way, that word, listen, man, it's stop giving it so much power.
Dude, thank you.
Take the power out of it. You got people losing their careers over that stupid word that, listen, man, I get it. If I can pretty much, I'm smart enough to realize that if I walk down the street and I call a black person that, I'm probably going to get hit in my mouth. But I don't
You're definitely going to get hit in your mouth.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to go home, and I don't think that they're going to sit there and dwell on it for the next year and ruin their life and sink them down into a puddle and all this. No. I'm just going to get punched in the mouth. You know, which is fine. If that's the way it is, I get it.
None of the reactions, none of the responses are honest at all. It's all social programming. All of it is just reflexive at this point in time. No one actually feels that way. No one actually thinks that way. No one actually even is that even mad about it for the most, unless you say it with hate, obviously.
Yeah.
But if someone's doing a news story and they just drop it, and not because they're editorializing, because they're just reading the story, no one cares.
Yeah.
This is all fake outrage, man.
Yeah.
The whole thing, it's nonsense, dude.
And I think that, you know, what's funny too is like, and everybody, and especially people, I think successful people are so worried about the dreaded canceled that they're willing to do anything. And I think, you know, I'm sure there was some woke people around his office because the headquarters are in New York, I believe, which is awful in itself.
The worst case scenario.
Good God, yeah. And you know that there was woke employees that want blood.
Oh, yeah.
Now, and they, by the way, they've been walking around the office with this guy for like years, knowing he's a good guy. He makes a mistake. He said, you know,
he remembers everyone's birthdays, their kids' birthdays. He always buys them a gift and gives them a card. The second he says that shit, backs just turn.
Exactly.
Woof, you're dead to me. Beat it, stupid.
There's a black girl.
He donated a kidney to the secretary, and she won't talk to him, dude.
There's a black girl named Denise in accounting. And he like last year, like
no, it's Denise.
Yeah, last year he like started to go for Denise.
Sorry. Am I getting canceled?
No.
Outrage. Where's it coming from?
Listen, you'll never
From
get
the sky.
You'll never get canceled, and I'll never get canceled. You know why?
Because I'm going to commit
'Cause we
suicide.
don't give a fuck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hey, you know what? We'll go over the plan of attack afterwards.
So
But yeah.
Anheuser-Busch
Exactly.
just changed this story real fast.
No, but so Black Denise in accounting last year, he starts a GoFundMe for her son with like leukemia and stuff, and like really pulls through and has like this party and stuff like that. The following day, she's like, racist motherfucker. You know what I mean?
And she's counting the money.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's peeling
She's
the
holding
bills
her
off.
kid and go, don't look at the bad. Hey, she's holding her kid going, don't look at the bad man. And the little boy has all his hair. He has all of his hair and he's looking at him like, he's bad. He's bad.
He's like, nah.
Dude, are we really, is this really the line? Is this the line that you want?
Nobody wants this,
Nobody
man.
wants
And again,
this.
I maintain that I feel that it's coming to an end. The pendulum is swinging. We're turning the corner. Enough of us have had enough of it at this point in
Yeah.
time. It's not going to last much longer. It's not
Yeah.
going to last much longer.
Like-
So I feel bad for that poor bastard.
But all right, and this is where we always say,
Poor racist.
I hate to say it, but dude, I think that it's got another good, like, I'm going to say 10 years.
Yes, but I think that not 10 years with the same strength that it has now, it's going to like fade and temper off.
So
you know
the
what I'm saying?
potency is going to kind of
Yeah.
wear off.
And
you know what
eventually,
I mean?
it's not too long from now that when you pull that move, everyone goes, just shut the fuck up. Like you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Just beat it.
I've always wondered about like if somebody calls me a racist, that's literally that's the method I'm going with. Shut the fuck up. No,
that's
man,
all
shut
it is,
up.
man. I'm
Shut
not.
up. Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there and defend myself and tell you how I helped a black kid in school one time and try to like justify and
dude,
you only
dig a word song. I remember in middle school, and I went to a school that was predominantly black, and somebody was saying something, and I gave him my grandmother's black.
Did you really?
My grandmother's this little Irish lady, second generation Ireland. You kidding me, man?
Your grandmother's black.
Yeah, but
you have blue eyes.
But then I was so worried about getting called the R word, which, by the way, in school it only lasts a day. You know, it lasts for that moment. But I was a kid, you know, so you don't know no better, so you fight and stuff like that. The problem is that people are adults and they're using the same method. Mm-hmm. That's why you got people out there kissing their boots.
It's
and
a
stuff.
cheap trick.
Yeah.
Don't fall for it.
Don't.
I would say like 98.7% of us are not racist. It's
Yeah.
bullshit, man.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Things are great. Walk down the street. Things are great. Listen, and not only that, don't just move the goalpost on what you deem racist. Okay, no, we're not playing by those rules. Okay, unless you're a hard out, all about white supremacy, and you want to see all black people dead, and you have nothing but bad words to say about them, and you spit on any of them walking by or something like that. Yeah, you're a racist. I agree with that. If you make a mistake because you're singing a Bone Thug song and you lose your livelihood, you're not a racist. Go home. Get your resume started. I'm so sorry this is happening.
Dude, he was reading lyrics.
Yes. What a joke. But there's good news. Is that so? We started off with the whole go woke, go broke thing.
Yeah.
I guess their parent company, I forgot the name of it, but I guess it took a huge hit. And listen,
Dip buy.
Yeah.
Dip buy, baby. That's a buying opportunity. They're going to survive that shit.
500.
That's a knee jerk.
500 million. That's what they're saying. That the
good market
dropped.
cap. Dude,
Yeah.
I'd be buying options contracts like crazy, man.
What's going to make it go back up? What makes, is it the betting?
What happens is that it's a knee-jerk reaction to the public stunt or whatever the fuck it is, right? So a lot of people start dumping the stock out of a reflex of like, oh, it's going to take a hit because that's what's been happening. But smart investors, big money, real investors are going to go, oh, this company is now undervalued because the product still sells. Everything is fine. The brand is still intact. It's not going to really like sink it. So it's a short-term dip. So you would dip buy to get it at a cheaper price and add to your position. And that's what the smart money is going to do. I guarantee it. Which company? Barstool?
Barstool.
Let me you keep talking.
Yeah. It's funny. I swear to God, I was going to ask you, was Barstool doing good just 4 days ago before all this nonsense?
That's how they're going to look at it. So hold on. Let me see. It's different with like Anheuser-Busch where they're actually losing sales like crazy. That's not going to happen here.
I want
Barstool.
Charlie Sheen to come out and hit some stocks and, Fox and all that.
I wonder if Barstool Sports is under the Barstool band. I don't know their ticker symbol.
I believe they are.
I'll look it up later. It's fine. I can't find it now. Penn.
Yes.
Penn Entertainment?
Yes.
Let me see. Yeah, so it dropped 13% today.
Whew.
And it's already up a percent in post market. So
Question is this people reacting to him being fired? Is that what that is? Like is this another boycott?
Dude, it's bullshit, man. That's all it is. And it's going to be fine. They got rid of the guy. They'll blame it all on him.
Yeah.
They'll denounce him. They'll turn their back on him. And the stock's going to go right back up. Guarantee it.
They'll give away some turkeys in the ghetto. They'll be fine tomorrow.
The turkeys, dude?
Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy,
Christmas ham.
Exactly. Just throwing them off the truck. We're not racist. We're not racist.
A white guy catches it. He's like, no.
Yeah, give that back. Give that to him. Give it to him.
You just see him getting chased down the
A
street.
white guy with like a string holding up his pants. He hasn't eaten in days. And he's like, those are them, not you. You don't need it.
He doesn't know what's going on. He reflexively just catches it. His eyes just get all big.
He like hands it to them.
Everyone
Just
turns
lifts
like,
his finger.
seize him.
Yeah, get him.
Seize him.
They just kick the shit out of him, put him into a coma.
They start fucking slamming the ham on the back of his head while he's down.
Dude, you know something I saw the other day that I know like things are really bad right now. So it was in Oakland, California, some cell phone video on like one of the fight pages that I follow on Twitter.
Yeah.
And this old man they start, you know how they do the donuts in the intersection?
Yes.
So it's like 90 like middle-aged or middle-aged, 90 like 20-year-old kids out there, and they're partying, they're smoking weed, they're drinking, they're doing the donuts in the middle.
Yeah.
And the guy, there's some little old guy, and I don't think he was white. I actually think he was like a Middle Eastern or something like that. But he goes out there and he has a bucket, and he's going, there's families around here, there's kids walking around here, stop it. And he takes this empty bucket. It's not even full, but I could get it if it was like filled with shit or something like that, right? And he throws the bucket, right? And the bucket like goes boom and bounces, bounces off the door. The 4 guys that were in the car get out there and they put him into a coma for the next 2 weeks, right?
Come on,
man. And the people that were around there that were just spectating were also stomping on his head, right?
Oh my God.
So when they rolled him over, like it was, dude, honestly, like, there's not too much on the internet now. Listen, I could watch a guy getting his head chopped off.
I've seen you do it.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But because I knew like the background and what was happening, this one made me like
it's vile,
cringe. You know, I'm like, oh,
so disgusting.
Like this guy's out there just being an old man. He's a grumpy old man, and he wants you kids to stop that.
No
bullshit.
respect for elders, and also he was right on top of that. Like our kids don't do this shit.
That's all he was doing.
Your job as a young person is to do shenanigans. His job as an old person is to come out and try to rein you in. That's like the natural balance of life, not to beat the shit out of him. Dude, that's disgusting, man.
Dude, I remember somebody said something in our group. Some he was pissing in like the apartment trash can, like inside. Yeah. And this old guy came out and he started talking shit to him. And my buddy said something back, and one of our other buddies like, hey, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you know, he's right. Like, you know what I mean? And I remember he like checked him, and I remember thinking in my head, that was disrespect.
Yes.
They put this dude into a coma for 2 weeks, dude. That's where we're at now.
Dude, have we forgotten? There used to be a term called the punishment doesn't fit the crime. You know what I mean? Like, if I go to McDonald's and they put pickles on my burger and I didn't want pickles, I shouldn't have the right to burn the place to the ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
And murder everyone that's inside.
Yeah.
I should be like, hey, asshole, you forgot my pickles. That would be like a just, even that's a little overkill. Yeah. Honestly. It's ridiculous.
You could even do it without the asshole.
Animals, bro.
Yeah.
Animals.
Yeah. And dude, what scared me more than anything, because okay, fine, I see stuff like that every day, whatever. The comment section was siding with these guys, saying comments like, why go out there? Why? Because it's right. Because he comes from a time where when something's stupid and awful and vicious, you go out and you stand up against it.
No respect.
Exactly. They're calling him because he was running away when the kids were coming.
Where did this happen?
Oakland.
Of course.
Oakland. Wasn't Oakland nice?
No. I was like, what? I can never tell.
Oh no, that was Auckland.
I used to vacation
that was Auckland
there
in
all
Africa.
The time.
Yeah,
With my family.
Gaza Strip. Yeah, okay,
Gaza
never mind.
Strip.
You know what I mean? No, it was just really bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up.
It broke my heart.
Yeah, man, it was terrible, but whatever. So you say there's still hope for Barstool Sports?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be dip buying, I'm telling you. If the fundamentals haven't changed at all and it was just that one guy's mistake. Because, like, all right, so the reason why the Anheuser-Busch, because everyone's going to point to that and go, look what happened to them, it's because the company backed that campaign. So the company itself took the hit.
Yeah.
If the company is insulated, if one of their employees goes rogue or does something different, they could spin it, they could shift the blame, they could put it off of them. It's not going to hurt the company itself. The people that love Barstool Sports are not going to no longer use their service because that guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
Whereas Anheuser-Busch actually backed the campaign, so you have to boycott the company itself. It's different. The psychology is different. I'm telling you that stock's going to bounce back.
No, you're right. But the only thing that I'm saying, but what if
watch it tank twice as hard?
No. But what if they're looking at it like
I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice.
Yeah. But I mean, okay, so he said the N-word, but the problem is that they're not mad that the guy said the N-word. They're mad that he was fired, right? So
is that why they're mad?
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking, is that a company issue more so? You know what I mean?
They could still spin that too, honestly.
Because who listens to Barstool Sports? Again, it's like the same guys that were drinking Bud Light a month ago.
If they're mad that he got fired, I wonder what their response to that's going to be, because that's a new one.
Yeah.
For this day and age. Like,
that's really weird.
Do they give him the job back, or do they give him like a severance package, some kind of make it right situation?
I used to think Portnoy was kind of like Dana White, like kind of like
this is what you do.
You know, in his own lane, the white type of boss he is. I don't see him hiring him back.
Dude, you go to the person that got fired as the company, as Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
You offer him a massive payment of cash, and then you also make him sign some paper that he'll like good talk the company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was a mutual agreement to part ways after the incident. I didn't feel like it would be best served for my talents to be used here.
Yeah.
And kind of endorse the company back, and you just pay the guy off. Like, you never seen Thank You for Smoking, but he kind of does that.
Yeah.
Because Sam... What's his name? Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
So Sam Elliott plays the Marlboro Man in Thank You for Smoking. Great movie, by the way. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It was actually produced by Elon Musk. But Aaron Eckhart's character, he's a lobbyist for the tobacco companies, and the Marlboro Man gets cancer. So he's speaking out against the company. So they send Aaron Eckhart with a giant suitcase of cash to like hush money him and like, hey, stop badmouthing the company, take this payment, whatever. And he takes it, and it basically makes the entire situation go away. So if I were them, that would be my tactic.
He didn't put up any of the fight. Like, was there a moral? Like,
he tried to stand in the movie.
Yeah.
He tried to stand on morals for a minute, and then he just saw that briefcase of cash, baby.
I do the same thing.
Of course, dude. At that point, you're on your way out. You have a wife to take care of. You know what I mean? You're not going to take this tobacco company down. People are going to smoke anyways. Take the money.
Exactly.
We're talking about like it's a documentary.
No. But what's
take
crazy is that when I was a kid, every kid I knew smoked.
Yeah.
Everybody. I don't see kids smoking anymore.
No,
it's down a lot. Right?
I'm one of the last ones left.
What about the vape?
The vape is going up.
Right? Because they're vaping.
I'm not convinced that the vape is better than cigarettes. I vaped for a while, and I felt more fucked up on the vape than I ever felt smoking.
I've heard mixed opinions on that.
Popcorn lung.
Yeah. What is popcorn lung?
Basically, like the way that I understand it is that there's so much like moisture and like all the oils that are in the vape that it creates like pockets in your lungs. So yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. So.
And they give it, let me guess, colon cancer's cotton candy ass.
This episode is brought to you by Views.
Yeah.
They got sued for like murking kids, dude.
No, but they got such a nice name, popcorn lung.
Popcorn lung.
Yeah. Oh, I got a peanut tumor in my brain, and I got cotton candy ass.
It can't hurt you.
It can't hurt you. It's all fun.
Get him to the Greek. Why do they call it a Jeffrey? No one's afraid of Jeffrey. It's just Jeffrey down the street. He's a nice bloke. It's like a joint with like coke and heroin and weed and all kinds of shit in it. They call it the Jeffrey. Classic.
You ever had any of those mixtures?
No. Like
a speedball or any of those?
Nope.
No?
Nope. None of that. I've had a spliff.
I've done.
You know what a spliff is?
Yeah. Cocaine on, is it a cigarette or a blunt?
Well, we called spliffs. It was just, that's a Cocoa Puff.
Yeah. Cocoa Puff cigarette. And
spliff is just weed in a cigarette laced.
Yeah,
it's amazing, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, what else do we got?
Okay, so sorry, I'm sitting there thinking about the good times. That
we're manic today. Well, we're both manic.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, but you know what? It's good because there was only so much going on today. Second story: Vice News is going bankrupt. Another company that again, you know what I mean? They used to be this hard-hitting news source.
Powerhouse.
They were doing things that nobody did. Dude, I remember watching that hour-long segment that they did in Libya, and I remember like my jaw was on the floor, dude. I'm like, oh my God. And it was scary. I remember Shane Smith to get out of prison in Libya. He's like, we had to grease a few palms. He starts giving the guards money. Like, so corrupt. And then the shit beach. When they went to the beach and
I don't remember this.
You never seen the? Oh
no,
man, dude, you need
Tell
to watch
me about
it.
I don't remember.
Okay, so they go to Libya. Libya was
Libya or Libya?
I think it's
Is Libya a place?
Libya, yeah.
My geography is atrocious.
No worries. But it's it's where the slaves, because there's a reason why they call it Libya too. The slaves that wanted to go back to Africa, they sent them halfway, and then they just started their own kind of like little
colony
like
whatever.
Exactly.
Okay.
Dude, it's wild. Like there's all these like little civil wars going on in there, and there's all these different generals, and they're like insane. Dude, I'm telling you, it's literally like a video game.
Shit.
There's this general. His name's General Butt Naked. First they kill a kid, they eat his heart because it makes you immortal.
I don't mean to laugh. It's just the name.
No, he gets butt naked and he goes out and he fights.
General Zod.
Exactly, dude. There's all sorts of crazy generals, like and every dictator that's stronger than the next just comes in, blows his brains out, sits in that seat till the next one comes. Like, it's just horrible. And Vice was in it, dude. Vice was in it.
That reminds me of do you ever see the movie City of God?
Oh my God, yes.
Watch
with
that.
Brazil, right?
Yes,
yeah,
man, yes. And
yeah.
the kids are like killing each other, and it's just, they just keep usurping each other all the time. Same type of thing.
Dude, you know what's funny? There's so
Great
many
movie.
like, I'd love to go to Brazil and go to Rio de Janeiro and watch Carnival and all that and stuff like that. Dude, you walk 2 minutes out of that little city and you're fucked, dude. You're gonna die.
So
you know what I mean?
Step over this line.
Yeah,
your head just gets cut off
Same
immediately.
thing with Mexico, though, dude. You're sitting there in this paradise in Cabo San Lucas,
Sandals.
and then you take one taxi that wants to go a shorter route, and you're done. All of a sudden, you're in the hands of a cartel, and those are getting brazen.
Are
too.
you sure we're going the right way? He's like, see. He's just getting lower in the chair.
Yeah, gringo, yeah. You know, yeah. You give me $20 American, I'll take you back to your place.
So that Vice documentary, was that back when the great Gavin McInnes was involved?
No, but so he was in the 90s. That one took place, I'm going to say like 2005, 2006, kind of like when Tim Pool got there in 2013. We were listening to it earlier.
Yeah.
Kind of maybe right before Donald Trump's presidency, like a little bit before 2000. He was 2016, right? Okay. Probably around 2014, 2013. And Tim Pool was there at the moment. We're going to get into that.
Well, he was there.
Yeah. But it wasn't his deal. It was another guy. And then Shane Smith went down there. And dude, I'm telling you this right now, man, like every single one of these guys were in imminent danger the entire time they were there. It was the best journalism I've ever seen. They held nothing back. They showed them eating people. They showed the shit beach. There's no indoor plumbing.
So they gave you the straight dope.
How about this? Dude, dig this, right? AIDS run rampant. There's a heroin and opium den right next to a brothel, and that's right next to a school. So what they do is the kids...
Who's the city planner?
They get
this
high
is atrocious. Sorry.
Actually, dude, believe it or not, it was Catherine Mastro Cortez, our girl.
Are you
I'm just
I was like, are you serious?
No, I'm just messing up. The girls get out of school. Or I'm sorry, the guys, they get high. The girls get out of school. The brothel's right there, so everybody's all horned up. They rape them, and they keep giving each other AIDS, and it just goes round and round and round. Yeah, I think it's like 2 in 5 people have AIDS, and it's just run.
2 out of 5.
Yeah, dude. Like
that's such a high percent.
Dude, to be real, dude, I might be under exaggerating that number, dude. I forgot what Shane said, but dude, you got to watch that. But it was so good.
AIDS,
yeah,
Jesus.
And then it's funny because it's like, damn, man, oh my god. Every single Vice story in the last, literally since Trump became president. Again, listen. However you feel about Trump, I don't give a shit. We're
talking about Vice.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that for some reason it opened your eyes to all this. Same thing with the celebrities and stuff like that.
Well, look at Andrew Tate.
Yes. You know what I mean?
Vice did that documentary against Tate when he got locked up.
Dude, and it was a hit piece.
100%.
100%. And then every single one is just some far-right extremist organization. The Proud Boys, they're murdering and blah, 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 and stuff like that.
It's
you know
a
what
propaganda
I mean?
outlet.
Dude, honestly, if they went out and did that and then they came back and they did a problem with like the violence in Chicago or something like that, like the following day, I'd at least have respect for them. I'd say, all right, at least you're covering everything. Mm-hmm. But every single week it was some new far right, or what do they call alt right? You know, that was it for the last 10 years. That's all it's been.
Right.
And now they're bankrupt.
Of course.
You took this easy, foolproof like method that Shane Smith and Gavin McInnes come up with, and they're like, listen, let's do the news that nobody's willing to touch. Mm-hmm. No, it doesn't got to. Let's go. Not
this is corruption, though. This is what happens when you corrupt a legitimate business.
Yeah. Yeah.
It shouldn't be a propaganda outlet. It was Vice News. They destroyed him, and it was a powerhouse.
Yeah. Dude, journalism should not be it should be unbiased. Fully. Yeah. People that walk in that building that even want to be a journalist, they should say, listen, I don't want you going one way or the other. I want you to hate both sides so you're willing to do anything.
It's about the truth.
Yes, that's all that matters.
The truth. The facts. The truth. That's all.
I don't think that there's one mainstream media organization right now, and that Vice used to be it, that will give you the truth. None.
That's a good. I can't think of a single one either.
No. When's the last time a story broke?
without there being like a bent or like an angle that they're trying to take or editorialize or paint a narrative. You're right.
Yeah, dude. That Hunter Biden story seriously should have been the story of the century. Yeah.
Yes.
Like we had a vice president and then a sitting president that literally had we're now with war, you know what I mean? Now we're sending, you know, money and troops and everything over to Ukraine. And he was sitting, and his son was sitting on the board of one of the biggest oil companies over there. You're telling me that there's no foreign interest over there? Nothing. Joe Biden has nothing to do with Ukraine.
It's so obvious.
Yeah.
It's so on the surface. It can't even be an argument anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Dude, and
Good Lord.
smarter people than I will ever be that are sitting in Congress right now are denying this with what would you call that? Denying with, where they're just passionate about it. Conviction, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just like, nope, don't see it. Not happening.
I see it. Like the la 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 la
yeah,
la.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Dude.
Keep it moving.
Yeah. And it's like, man, it's like, dude, like, you should be on this. Like, who cares if it's your side? Who cares? If it was my side, I'd be like, dude, this is bad.
Your side should be the side of accuracy and truth.
Yeah, your side
that
is
should
America.
be the side. Yes.
Yeah,
It's not all political. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
I'm upset about this politics shit, man.
Everything's tribal now, dude.
Yeah,
it's literally an us
stupid.
versus them, mentality. And the problem is that you can't do this on a stage this big.
Dude.
America, you can't do that on a
Think about
stage this big.
how disappointed Tim Pool must be as the founder of Vice News.
Exactly. When he went in there.
To find out that his baby is bankrupt
Yeah.
now. As the one and only founder of Vice News.
Yeah, when he walked in there and he saw that empty room and he saw that guy sitting over there, and he's like, well, I want to start a network. I just don't know what. And Tim Pool put his hands aside and I went,
He takes his beanie off.
Yeah, takes his beanie off, wipes that sweat off of his head, kind of wipes his thoughts, right? Sets it on the thing and goes, I want to do a news organization called Vice.
with his stupid lighthouse head,
Yeah.
just the sun shining off of his bald, stupid head.
Well,
Tim Pool drives me nuts.
He
dude.
has one of those outer heads that like where the
God.
skull starts, but then you could tell that there's no hair that's grown through that thick skull. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things.
Oh my God. So apparently Tim Pool is claiming that he founded Vice News. I literally was just watching this video on Gavin's channel, not to plagiarize his shit, but we just thought it was interesting.
No. That's just fact.
And
Yeah.
so you guys know, if you're fans of Opie and Anthony, then you're fans of Gavin as well. So you guys know that Gavin McInnes was the co-founder of Vice News, right? Everyone knows this.
Yeah.
Apparently Tim Pool is going out there saying that he actually was one of the starting founders of it, which is bizarre.
Yeah.
He's already successful. He already has a name. There's no need to lie.
Yeah, what's
It's a
wrong-
bizarre lie to tell.
Yeah. What's wrong with being the founder of Timcast IRL, a very successful network right now?
Yeah.
What's the issue? You know what I mean? And you know what's so funny is we were both saying that Gavin handled it with just like such class. He's like, listen, he's like, Tim, no offense. He's like, by the time you got there, he's like, that place was huge.
Yeah.
There wasn't a country on earth that hadn't heard of Vice News. All their major stories. I mean, Tim went to North Korea in 2013, and you know what? I applaud him for that. For doing that. Type
Claim
of
the journalism.
Absolutely,
Go ahead.
it's fantastic. It's wonderful. You went to that horrible starving country, and you did a good piece. There's nothing wrong with that. But to say that, could you imagine? I go into the pyramids and I carve my name on one of the bricks and go, you see that? I'm now a part of this history.
I helped build the pyramids.
Yeah, what a dick move,
That reminds me when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, actually, my family owned a skateboard shop in Las Vegas. It was called Roll a Joint. It was amazing. And so we would go to skate parks and promote and things like that. It was my family. My father started it. My family ran it. It was our skateboard shop. And there was this kid at one of the skate parks called Skate City at the time. It was an indoor skate park, great place. And he was bragging to all these people that were there about how his family owned it. And he's like, oh, that's my dad's shop. He was my age. And he was literally telling my story. Didn't know that I actually owned it. Like, my family were the actual owners of it. And I'm just sitting there just letting him talk and letting him talk and letting him talk. And after about 10 minutes of him just bragging and telling everyone about it, I was like, hey, man, I'm like, not for nothing, but that's my family's skateboard
He
shop.
stole your life right in front of you.
I literally pulled out one of our business cards and handed it to him, and he got shit on. Everyone was like, oh, but it reminds me of that. It's like, but that kid, I understand, because he's a teenager and he doesn't have a name. He doesn't have clout.
Yeah.
I don't understand Tim Pool stealing Gavin McInnes' clout while he's already a brand in and of himself. It's bizarre.
Dude, and a big brand.
Another
Yeah.
weak ego.
Yeah.
So he's a fucking Melvin, bro.
Yeah.
All nerds I call Melvins. He's a real Melvin, that guy. I can't stand him doing,
Tim Pool,
You know, it's funny.
I started by snails.
So he always does that. He always mocks Tim Pool with that. And then I turn on Gavin earlier, and they're going, "No, I'm Tim Pool." The same thing.
It made me so happy. Dude, somebody put in the comments, it's my favorite line. I should have got their screen name because I always want to give people credit when it's not mine. But he put, "Tim Pool invented the beanie toupee." It makes me so happy, dude. I can't stand him. He's such a smarmy douchebag. He really is, dude. He's so all about himself. That's like when you show me who was the rapper that went on there and like punked him out.
Rugged Demand or something like that. Yeah. Dude, you know what's so funny though is that you could see that nobody in that studio was like about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everybody just going to like step back, and Tim's talking shit to this dude.
Cowed
R.A.
down.
the Rugged Man.
Cowering. He was cowering. His whole tone change. He had a shaky voice. These fucking nerds, dude. I'm so tired of them. Keyboard warriors. Now you got a real one in your face, and you have to actually defend yourself physically in person, and all of a sudden your opinions aren't so strong. Yeah. That dude did a public service, man.
Dude, you know what's even worse though is the next day Tim Pool went on his site and he had one of R.A. the Rugged Man. But listen, when I say R.A. the Rugged Man and you go, who? I want you to know you're not crazy. You're perfectly plugged in, right?
He was the other founder of Vice News.
Yeah. And Tim's going, R.A. the Rugged Man is a legend in the hip hop community. Shut the fuck up, Tim. You got bitched out, and now you're doing everything you can to try to save face. And what a weird way to go about it.
Go back to Buffalo, bitch.
You know what I mean?
Shove off to Buffalo.
It's funny because it's like if there was ever that test, like, you know, if anybody was like, yeah, let me see you keep that same energy when he's here, and you hear Tim go, oh, I will, you know what I mean? Well, then that's right there. Well, you failed the test.
He started hyperventilating. He had to breathe into his beanie to calm
Dude,
himself
he was
down.
Scared. He was legit scared. And the guy wasn't like,
his head's all red like a mood ring.
You know what's funny is like, it's not like the guy pulled out a gun or like a knife or something like that. He's going to whip his ass with bare hands.
He was insulting him to his face for like 5 minutes, and the guy was just
the guy got fed up.
Enough already.
And you know what, dude? Honestly, I really do. I remember it. The guy did have stupid points, but Tim was being
disrespectful, over
the top, sarcastic, and disrespectful. Yeah. And I think he got so used to talking to people like that because you know something. But since then, he has not been that.
No, dude. Yeah. But therein lies the difference between how Gavin McInnes handled it, where he just calmly spoke his points and made him look stupid. Yeah. Whereas this guy was like just finger pointing and shitting on him and talking down to him and being disrespectful. And that dude, he was a real one, man. He wasn't having it.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I like that guy.
Basically, I'm going to use this old one. Tim Pool's mouth writes checks that his ass can't cash. What a great line, dude.
He's bankrupt.
Oh, man. What a great line, man.
It is a great line.
Well, we got one more for you, man.
Guys, this is going to be a short episode. I got to take a trip out of town in a little bit here. So,
where are you going?
We're going to Arizona. So my girl, Jenny, she works with horses, and she's getting her saddle repaired. But apparently there's no place that does this in Las Vegas because we're not a big horse town. So she had to like take it to Arizona to get done. So we got to go pick it up.
We're not a big horse town? That
not
sucks,
really, no.
Huh?
But Boulder City, they have ranches up there. That's where she works out of. So I thought it was bizarre that they didn't have a spot up there. She had to literally go to Arizona.
How much do one of those saddles cost? One of those big leather bastards?
I honestly don't know, but
like
I assume
$600 to $1,000.
They got to
right?
be expensive.
Yeah.
There's no way they're cheap.
Yeah.
There's not a massive market.
That's
here.
an expensive hobby, dude. Horses.
Oh,
man.
Yeah. Well, the guy's like an entrepreneur. He's trying to start a business out of it. So it's all funded by him. And she's like a ranch hand and helps out and things like this.
So that's working out.
Yeah.
Good, man. Good. Absolutely good. She wanted, that's what she wanted, right?
She's great at it, man. I'm proud of her.
Yeah, man. Universe, baby. Come on.
Universe. Bap.
Well, I got one more, man. Speaking of skateboarding and, just kind of like things that we grew up with, Bam Margera has been in the news lately. He was just arrested.
Oh, Bam.
He's out right now. He's evicting his brother from, do you know he still has that place? Casa de la Bam or whatever.
Are you serious?
Castle Bam or whatever.
Yeah.
He still has that place.
It's probably his last asset.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he's not doing too hot.
No, dude, he was driving around in some shitty car. Like when they interviewed him that day when he got out, he was driving around in some shitty car. He attacked his brother. His brother Jesse was saying something like, and this is how he put it, and I thought it was interesting.
When did this happen?
This was like 2 days ago.
Oh, so recent.
Yeah, it's real recent.
I don't know about this. I grew up with Bam Margera and Jackass because I was a skateboarder, as I just told you about. So I know a lot about him. I just didn't know that this had happened.
Well, I think a lot of people can agree, but then again, you never know because that's what it is at the moment. But I don't want to give him so much wiggle room to say that's why. Ryan's death certainly, since Brian Dunn's death, he has not been the same.
They were close.
Yeah, very, very close. Best friends, and that's got to be hard and stuff like that. But what does that mean? That means you throw your entire life away?
Can I make this point?
Know.
We've all lost people.
Yeah.
We all make allowances for someone who is grieving.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be grieving for 25 years.
Yeah, dude, it's been that long,
At
right?
some point, it's like, okay, man, get over it. You've cried all the tears. He's gone, man. Like, you can't destroy your whole life over that.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny, dude? There was people worse off than him on that set.
Steve-O, baby.
Steve-O and also Novak. And
Novak. I forgot about him.
Yeah, dude, like that was a problem.
Yeah.
That was a real problem.
Steve-O was
Bam,
wild,
he had
bro.
the drinking and shit like that.
Yeah.
But now it's like, dude, he's almost in his 50s and he's smoking meth now and
Yeah,
shit
he's not
like
gonna
that.
make it
Like,
much
what
longer.
are you doing?
No.
Like how like now you're starting this? You're experimenting now? What a weird thing.
He's not experimenting.
You know what I mean? Well, to be on dope now though, like he's been fat for like the last like couple of years.
Yeah.
You know, with the alcoholism, he's like, dude, he's like,
He's got that
honestly,
giant head too. He
that's
looks like
what I'm
Cookie
saying.
Monster. He's
Yeah,
just like,
but dude, now
just on meth.
now he's like his old self again. He just has the gray beard. He's like as skinny as he used to be. Dude, I promise you, he wasn't doing aerobics before this. You know what I mean?
No.
So he's smoking dope, and it's like I don't think that was ever an issue for him. I know the drinking was awful. I know he drank like a fish and shit like that. But you're gonna start a meth issue now. You
That's
know what I mean?
wild, man.
What a weird thing to get into.
That's just like someone who's given up entirely and has nothing to live for. He's just spiraling.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
I do too, because I love him. I love all those guys. Those guys, man,
Dude.
if you were lucky enough to have those guys in your
They
childhood.
made our childhood so much better, man.
Sitting there watching MTV and just dying laughing.
Yeah.
You know, and for literally guys
that show.
putting their health at risk every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't believe none of them died from doing that show. The stuff they were doing was genuinely dangerous.
Dude, like, you know, it's funny. It's like
That show was hilarious.
we watched that. And Kimmy was showing me a prank on TikTok the other day, and I'm like, dude, this is what you guys got to like
how
entertain
watered
yourself.
down and benign was
Dude,
it?
and it was fake.
What was it?
No, it's fake. Walking up and how did he do it? Like somebody took something and then he started chasing him, and it was like a fake punch. And it's like, dude, it's
Boo.
like, yeah. And then you know what's even worse is when it is a real prank and somebody's doing something awful to somebody, and then they're like actually swinging, like that one dude in the airport. That kid takes his badge.
I remember that.
The dude punches him in the face, gets arrested, and now people are literally protesting in front of his house, calling him a racist. That's insane.
If something like this ever happens to me, because I know that I'm going to get arrested and protested as well, I'm going to get my money's worth. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
You
Go
might
out-
as well.
go out with a
Dude,
bang.
you might as well, bro. You might as well just tee off on him.
Kill him. You just murder him.
I wouldn't say all that.
Dude, I want to like walk into like court like
I'm like,
with the Hannibal Lecter thing.
I wouldn't say all that. Ding.
You know what I
The
mean?
Hannibal Lecter thing?
Yeah, I
With
got
the muzzle?
Yeah, and the spit mask. Like I've been spitting on all the guards and like throwing shit at him and stuff
Multiple
like that.
MIGs just,
I'm like, what?
me.
It's just a prank, bro. I'm gonna tell them too. It's just a prank. It's just a prank. I'm in prison now. It's just a prank.
It's just a
Ridiculous.
gaff.
Yeah, gotcha. You should have seen your face. I really had you going.
Oh, that's hilarious. I really had you going.
Oh man.
Jesus, man. What is our society coming to?
Yeah.
That's why you gotta come and spend time with good old Billy G and Nikki Pringles. We're here having a
Exactly.
good time, taking it back to the good old days. There's nothing woke about this. It's all authentic. We have no filters. It is what it is. We're gonna get canceled at some point. Also, now that I bring that up, guys, thank you for all the new subscribers. and
Yeah,
everyone that's
thank you
watching.
all.
We really appreciate it. If you have the heart to do so and you really want to support us, at some point, go to our Rumble channel. I'll put it up on the link up here so you know where it is, and subscribe to that channel as well, because there will come a day where we're going to have to shift the show over to Rumble.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. We can always fly under the radar on YouTube for so long with the crazy shit that we're talking. So
Yeah.
if you like this style of entertainment and you want to see more of it, at some point, you don't have to do it now, but at some point, we're going to be under fire. Help us go to Rumble. We could see the handwriting on the wall. We're smart.
Yeah.
Smart, man.
We love you guys too, man.
love you
All
guys.
you new people, all you people that have been here since the jump. What an amazing thing that's happening here.
Yeah, man, we're very, very happy. We're
Yeah.
just two regular guys like everyone else that watches the show. We work in restaurants. We just started doing this a couple of months ago, maybe 3 months ago now. We're new to the game. We just had an idea. We had a dream. We put a lot of hard work and elbow grease into it. We've gotten this far, and we're happy to see that some people actually appreciate it.
Yeah.
We love doing it, and that's why we do it, and we're happy to see that you enjoy it as well. So check out the Bill and Ted poster behind us, by the way. That's why I'm rocking the hair.
Whoa.
So like, I'm growing my hair out, so I'm going through that horrible process. So right now it's like the perfect length for the Bill and Ted. So like check this out. Like, can you see it? I have that mushroom thing going on at this point, but it fits so perfectly, man.
And I have obviously these curls.
Can you?
This little Jewish fro that I got going on here?
Post the posters, right?
Yeah.
Do that so people could see it. Also, I talked about this in the past, but if you guys want to be in one of these movie posters, I'll put my email out, or you could put it on our Facebook or something like that. Send us a picture. Make sure it matches the poster so I can get the face just right. I'll create it and clean it up, and I'll make one for you and send it to you if you want to personalize one. Just something that I'm willing to do, just as a thank you for all the support and everything like this. So putting that out there.
Boom, baby.
Yeah, boom, baby. So let me see what time it is. Oh, all right. We gotta cut this off. All right, guys, we gotta take off. We're gonna shoot another one in a couple of days. This one will drop within the next day or two, and yeah, we hope to see you again.
Yeah, this was the Mickey Mouse. We got another episode coming for you real soon. One of our usual meth and stuff like that.
Yeah, we played it loose.
Yeah,
today.
we wanted to get you guys something no matter what, like midweek too. So that's all.
So you want me to do the outro?
We could do the outro.
All right, so the outro. All right, always remember, have your conversations, not their conversations. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your community. Let's be people again. Let's be reasonable. We love you. Until next time, God bless.